How's everybody doing today? Now this is your third stimulus check update and stimulus package update. A lot of news coming from Congress, everybody, in regards to our third stimulus check and the third stimulus bill.
We're hoping to see progress over the next couple of weeks in enacting that package into law. President Biden has had discussions with members of Congress on both sides of the aisle, would ideally like to see a bipartisan support.
And folks, also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell. I'll be giving away a total of $500 in free Amazon gift cards. And best of all, everybody, I will not be choosing just one winner. 5 of my subscribers will receive a free $100 Amazon gift card. Now to enter my giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, give this video a like, and leave me a comment down below. Now for your stimulus check news.
For a package that we think is really what we need to deal with the pandemic and to get beyond it, get our economy back on its feet, and help all the people who've been so badly harmed by the pandemic and the economic havoc. It's
realizing that, does it look sloppy, or does nobody care anymore?
Well, Larry, as you know, this isn't the same as other financial recessions that were economically driven. This was driven by a health issue where we had to shut down the government. And as you said, the good news is, as a result of Project Warp Speed and having vaccines out, there is an end in sight. So I think traditional economic models don't really work here, and that's why we've done this in stages. So I felt all along we need to spend what we need to spend. But on the other hand, at some point, all this government debt does become problematic. So my preference would be to see a 5th bill and then a 6th bill if needed.
Are you concerned at all that it's too much, that it could create overheating, that it could create rising inflation, of which there are some signs right now, and ultimately rising interest rates? In fact, as you know, long rates have been creeping up. Are you concerned about that?
Well, I think it's definitely a risk. And I have a lot of confidence in Chair Powell and what the Federal Reserve has done. I think, as you know, prior to COVID, since they've underhit inflation for a long period of time, they said they'd be willing to go over the 2%.
Several states have begun sending out a third stimulus check. California and Maryland have just approved plans to send direct payments to eligible residents. Now, folks, as Democrats try to push Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion plan through Congress, some states are finally taking matters into their own hands by sending out stimulus payments. Everybody tell me in the comments down below, do you think that all 50 states should be sending out their own stimulus check to eligible residents? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. Around 5.7 million Californians are expected to get the $600 one-time direct payment, everybody. That's according to Newsom's tweet on Thursday. And in the state of Maryland, around 400,000 residents will receive a $300 payment per individual and the $500 payments for a family. That's according to the office of Governor Larry Hogan. Now, with both states, the direct payments will go to people who claimed earned income tax credit. In California, taxpayers with individual tax identification numbers, or ITI, or ITINs, would also qualify for the payments if their income is below $75,000. Tell me, folks, in the comments down below, are you eligible for a third stimulus check if you live in California or Maryland? Now, Maryland residents would qualify for payments if they earn up to $50,954 with 3 or more qualifying children, $47,440 with 2 qualifying children, and $41,756. Now, this payment will begin flowing to Marylanders this week, while Californians are expected to see theirs shortly after they file their 2020 tax returns.
Economy operating at full employment, I do expect a fair amount of private spending to kick in. There's been a big buildup in savings buffers that should, in the coming years, spur spending when people can go back to eating out and to traveling and to vacationing. But President Biden is also looking to I call it the Build Back Better package, or a jobs or recovery package that will also provide some fiscal stimulus, but is mainly addressed to to try to deal with long-term structural problems in the U.S. economy that have resulted in inequality, slow productivity growth. He's looking at an infrastructure program, at clean energy investments that would address climate change, in education and training to provide workers with the skills they need to succeed, investments in R&D and manufacturing to make our economy competitive and create good jobs for people that have upward career ladders. And this will be a further package in the years after that.
Have you been working on that yet? What sort of price tag are you potentially looking at when it comes to an infrastructure climate deal?
Well, the details haven't yet been decided. We've been discussing elements of it, like the ones that I mentioned, and certainly part of the package, the parts that are permanent, will be paid for in order to not raise long-term deficits. But we're still working on the details of the package.
Another 861,000 Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. The number of Americans filing for first-time unemployment benefits climbed again, everybody, last week as the pandemic continues to weigh on the labor market and trigger a high number of losses. Figures released Thursday by the Labor Department show that 861,000 Americans filed first-time jobless claims in the week ending in February 13th. And the number of Americans applying for aid has remained stubbornly high for months, hovering around 4 times the pre-crisis level. Now for Social Security news and SSI and SSDI payments.
I know you do think that will help us get back to full employment sooner rather than later. What sort of GDP figures could we be looking at? Private sector estimates range from 5–10%. How high could we go in this economy this year?
Well, we're in a deep hole, and it would be good if we have really strong growth. And I think this package will help ensure this. The Congressional Budget Office projected that without a package like this, it would take until 2024 to get back to full employment. And I think it's, if all goes well with the pandemic, and that's an area of considerable uncertainty, how that will progress. But if all goes well, I think we could be back to full employment.
There are several ways that qualifications could change with a third stimulus check. Joe Biden's proposal also includes a payment of up to $1,400 for all dependents, no matter their age, to be added on to the household's total. So if you do support an adult dependent and you're an SSI recipient, you may be able to get a higher stimulus check balance in the next round. That's all the news in today's video. Hopefully you guys found this video useful and helpful. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and until next time, have a great day and stay safe.